Monday. It's just one of those days. It's one of those days where, that feeling you get where you just want to eat, but you don't know why you're eating, and maybe it's just like a comfort thing, like you're not even hungry. That's how I feel. I just want to eat. I want to nap. Um, I just don't want to deal with the world today. So, thank you for joining me on this weird sort of day. We are in the thick of it, though. There is like a total, complete financial meltdown that's happening around the world, but especially in America right now. And I don't know if it's like third trimester of pregnancy or if it's the crazy planetary alignment that we've got going on in the next couple days, or if it's the massive solar flare we had a couple days ago, or if it's the fact that shit's going down and everything's shifting and changing and people are freaking out. But yeah, the energy's weird, and I'm exhausted. I'm so freaking tired. I thought today was going to be a little bit of a peppier day, but it's not. I will definitely be napping right after this. So what better time than now to really talk about financial abundance and manifesting finances? Like, we're not going to go woo woo law of attraction bullshit today. We are talking about actual monetary financial compensation for your energy. And I've really just got one major point to get across today, but I want to talk about why old souls, star seeds, whatever you want to call individuals like us, that small percentage of people who question and awaken at this time, and hopefully a larger percentage later on. But why do we suffer so freaking much? And we have so many gifts to give. But why do we end up suffering financially every single time, right? So before we get into why you're probably, hopefully not, but probably suffering financially, and then how to basically navigate through that and really seriously start living your financial abundance truth, just two announcements. Coming up this weekend, we've got a Starseed spring break sale. I'm super pumped about it. This is the perfect time to hone in on yourself and to give extra love to yourself at this time. So from April 1st to April 2nd, we've got a free wellness bundle that we are giving away with every single purchase across the store. And on top of that, we've got 25% off site-wide, store-wide between April 1st and the 15th. So you could buy your next Galactic Federation Summit, maybe purchase that course that you've been looking to purchase, or maybe a workshop that's going to really help you realign. The majority of the products are $11, so you take 25% off $11, and then you add in a free workshop or a free, wellness bundle between the first and the second. And it's going to really kind of help you zero in on that energy. The wellness bundle includes 3 guided meditations, its own forum so that you guys can chat with each other about health and wellness, and then also a 30-day wellness journal that is just going to really help to bring it on back into you. All right, so that's coming up. So please mark your calendars for this weekend if you want to get a hold of the wellness bundle for free. If not, we're going to have the 25% off the entire store all week. And then next up, just wanted to talk about the upcoming videos that are being dropped for April and the Cosmic Society membership. So this coming month is going to be all about inner child. So if you really want to start tuning into your inner child, healing your inner child, checking in with your inner child, and then bringing that inner child out and working with your inner child to increase the vibration, increase the joy of your life, this is going to be the month to do it. But also keep in mind that with the membership, I release 8 brand new videos that are never publicly released every single month, and that's coaching calls, Q&As, and brand new video drops, including a new meditation every single month. So if you're interested in things like the old world collapsing, reptilians, protection from 5G technology, the Galactic Federation, tuning into your psychic abilities. I mean, it's all there on the membership, so please be aware of that. As a matter of fact, just like I mentioned, the second I took down certain videos on YouTube, my videos started to get more plays, which is insane. So it sucks to know that YouTube, which I thought was a really reliable platform, is also shadow banning, but I'm not also surprised because some of those videos were really heavily draped in kind of conspiracy 4D sort of realm. So anyway, YouTube only has like maybe 15 videos on it right now on my channel, and that's just for censorship purposes. So let's talk about the plight of a starseed. Let's just kind of dive right into it. So, once again, starseed being an old soul, someone who has purposefully volunteered their soul to be on planet Earth to help humanity. So the biggest plight that I see is that every starseed puts their mission work first. And you may be in a completely different job. You may be in a very 9 to 5 type of job. But it's your purpose. It's giving back. It's this feeling like you are here to help. And whether you are a bus driver or a public school teacher or what have you, your job it could be completely unrelated to your mission work in wanting and needing to give back. So I want to just remind all of you that no matter what, your vibration is giving back to the planet tenfold just by being here, right? But there's always this mission of, I'm here to give back. And then there's also simultaneously this feeling of, I'm not doing enough and I need to be doing more. And I'm constantly caught up in feeling like I'm not doing enough for humanity and people really need more, but I don't have the capacity to give more. So there's almost this feeling of always being behind. So here's what happens. You want to give, you want to help, you want to assist, so you give, and you give, and you give, and you give, and you give. You give, and you've got nothing left because you've given it all away. When you are in the vibration of, I am here on a mission to help and to give back in whatever capacity I can, which is beautiful. Let's just all appreciate that mission, which I think all of us have innately within us, at least hopefully. What ends up happening is you attract friends who take, you attract jobs that take, you attract family members who take, and you, of course, you're living in a society, which, what do? It takes. Every aspect of your reality is now taking from you because you're so willing to show up and give, which is beautiful. But the problem with that is that you're not being compensated whatsoever for what you are giving back. And not only do you have friends and family members and a job and society and neighbors and all these people around you who take from you because you showed up willing to give, they now expect that from you as well. So there's this energy of expectation that you're always going to be there and you're always going to show up. Have you been in that situation before? Are you currently in that situation now? What does your life look like? Are you around people who are always willing to give back to you? Or are you around people who are always looking for something more from you that you can provide? Where are you at? You know, this is a great time to check in to yourself at this time. So that leaves you emotionally drained, that leaves you spiritually drained, and that leaves you financially and physically drained. You're at the bottom of your freaking barrel. And, you know, as a starseed myself, when I first awakened, it was like, that's all I attracted. I just attracted every aspect of my life. People wanted something from me. And I was so willing to oblige for many, 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 many years because I was just freaking excited that I could provide something, that I could help someone, you know? And then it got to the point where I'm like, I have nothing more to provide. I've got nothing left. There's nothing I can give anyone. You are forced into creating healthy boundaries. And when you start to do that, you start to get a lot of angry people who all have expectation that they can just take whatever they want from you because you're so willing to give. They're going to be quite upset that all of a sudden you're saying no. Because for many years, probably, they've been expecting that from you, right? So once you start to recognize that your life is imbalanced when it comes down to giving and receiving, then you start to create healthy boundaries in your life. And the first two areas that you start to create healthy boundaries in your life are emotionally and spiritually. Emotionally, I've got nothing left for the people in my life. So I'm going to have to create space. I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to have to back off. Spiritually, I don't even know what's up or down anymore because I've given all of myself. So I haven't even had the discernment to navigate where I'm at. So spiritually, I've got nothing, right? What I find is financially and physically is always the last part of being drained. And I think the reason why we let our finances go for such a long time is that we're always just kind of scraping by financially. It's like, okay, well, like anytime I'm desperate or really in need, it comes through. The exact amount that I need will come through and I'll be supported at the bottom of my barrel. So then you're supported in what you need and you move on. And then you're desperate and you're surviving and you've got nothing left financially and you ask for what you need and whew, great, I needed $56.10 to pay my phone bill. Ooh, I got it. Thank you. Yes, awesome. The universe loves me. Let's move on. But we're never actually dealing with the issue of financial abundance, not scraping by, not being at the bottom of the barrel, not surviving, but thriving. And I want to remind all of you that you deserve to thrive because you give so much. And we're going to get into just unpacking that, okay? All right, cool. So there are two things, old beliefs, that will always lead you back into a financial trap or a financial loop, okay? There's like a lot of other things, but like these are the two main ones. Number one old belief, let's call it like an old world belief. It's wrong to accept financial compensation for my gifts or mission work. And what's so interesting about this is, even to this day, I do get people commenting saying, I can't believe you would be charging for this information. How could you? You're clearly an Illuminati representative because you're charging for the information, right? So I still get that. When I first started doing psychic readings and also doing videos, I would get that all the time. The reason why I got that all the time is because I didn't believe that I deserved to receive financial compensation for what I did. So what happened was I did everything for free. I did all my sessions for free, all my readings for free. I had 3 part-time jobs. I was doing a double major in university. I was strapped. I was at my absolute limit. And that's the point where I was just overdoing it, and I was happy to overdo it. But I was always struggling because I believed that it was so wrong for me to accept financial compensation for universal truth that everyone has access to. So I completely agree with all of the people who have commented that before, you know? And I want to talk about how to navigate that belief because as starseeds, it's tough to put a value on frequency, on vibration. But we're going to really neutralize that old belief in a second. The second biggest financial loop that we all get trapped in is yeah, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, waiting until survival to ask for financial freedom. Waiting until we are absolutely desperate to finally say, oh my God, like I need to pay rent. Well, I don't know where the money's going to come from. The biggest problem with waiting until survival to ask for what you want is you're asking for what you want in a very, very low vibrational frequency. It's the survival vibration. It's the desperate vibration. Okay? And we're going to talk about changing that around as well. Okay, so for the first old belief or the financial trap, it's really important that we understand that everything in the entire universe, not just on this planet, is an energy exchange. So what we are really saying when we're saying that we don't deserve to get compensated for our energy, for our mission work, for simply just being a starseed on the planet doing our 9 to 5 job, is that we actually don't value high vibration. We don't value spiritual awakening. We don't value consciousness. It is a very old earth belief. And think about it, the 3D, the old earth, whatever, you know, the old kind of traditional system values people who put more time and energy into the system. What we've been programmed to believe is that if you go to school and you go to more school and you go to more school and you get more brainwashed and more indoctrinated and even more indoctrinated to believe in the thing that they're being taught, then you deserve extra financial compensation. Why? Because you've been programmed to be in the system. These are the specialized jobs like the doctors and the lawyers and the politicians and people like that. Are you ever going to stop your doctor or stop your lawyer and say, you know what? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pay you that retainer, but I'd love for you to do all this work for me. That would be great, but $300 an hour, it's a little steep. So yeah, just not going to do it though. But I appreciate you. Not going to do it. Not going to pay you. No, absolutely not. We would never tell an accountant that we just don't feel like paying them because why? Because we don't think that, you know, we value what they've put into it. The problem is that we have not been taught to value the output of high vibrational frequency. That's just what it comes down to. So for the people who get triggered when other people are doing their mission work and they're contesting that by saying you shouldn't be charging for your mission work, those people in particular have a mission to do here. As a matter of fact, they probably have great output energy, but they're not getting compensated for it because they simply don't value it. So they project this lack and limiting belief onto us, perpetuating this understanding of energy work isn't valued. Your vibe isn't valued. If you didn't go to school and get indoctrinated, that's not a value that I can put. It's very similar to making a piece of art and then putting a value on it. It's really tough. That piece of art could be $2 or $2 million. I mean, shit, look at NFTs these days, right? Value is what you make of it, but it's what you make of it. You need to start valuing your energy output. It's just what it comes down to. If you do not have any association to the value of a conversation that you just had with a friend of yours, then you're going to continue to overgive and underreceive. And you're going to continue to attract other people who do not value your energy output. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a friend who doesn't value energy output, who constantly asks for your energy output, and because they don't value it, they're not actually taking your freaking advice. And therefore, you're having the same conversation with them over and over and over again to the point where you're like, screw this. I can't do this anymore. This is the same thing I told you 2 years ago. I value my energy output. So I can't keep doing this with you. And you need to start valuing my energy output and your energy output. Right? So step number 1 is stop thinking that your energy output is worthless. It's not. And I'm not even talking about you being some sort of spiritual advisor or guru or healer or like being any sort of spiritual entrepreneur. I'm literally just talking about you going around in your everyday life, making this world a better place to live by smiling at your neighbors, by helping, a little old lady pack her groceries, by tipping the guy who clearly needs it extra because he's having a rough day. That's the energy output I'm talking about. You need to start valuing that, because when you start valuing that, and don't get me wrong, it's not to do things because you value it. Like, it's very similar to the whole good karma thing. Well, I'm only being a good person because I can rack up my good karma points. That's not the point. The point is, just be a freaking good, kind person, help other people out, and understand that that comes with a value. And that's beautiful, because that's energy output. And because of that value that you now associate with your energy output, you are going to be matched in your reality, in the people in your life, in the opportunities in your life, with equal or greater value. That's it. It's really that simple. That's just what it comes down to. But it starts with you valuing that energy output and then receiving the same or greater value back. There are so many times in my life where I've had the right person at the right time step into my life, see something in me, believe in me, gift me with something. Could be knowledge, could be awareness, it could be finances, for nothing, for not just out of the blue. And they've helped me along on my path. And now I'm at a place where I get to gift just random strangers, beautiful people, whatever it may be. Maybe it's a nugget of knowledge, piece of advice, a free session, And it all comes back around, right? So value is so, so, so key. And we have to break this limiting belief thinking that what we do, our vibration, is valueless. It's so not true. As a matter of fact, I'm sure you, just by smiling genuinely at strangers on the street, has more value than that lawyer who's charging X amount of dollars to do the bare minimum, because that's just where they're at in a position in life. What kind of energy output is that versus the genuine energy output of uplifting someone's day by recognizing that they exist, by looking up from our phone and saying, hi, I'm here too, right? That's beautiful. That is valuable. That is priceless. Okay, so the second thing, which is waiting until survival to ask for financial freedom. Yes. Okay, great. So here's what I find in like Starseed after Starseed, and this is what I found for myself as well. When I first started awakening spiritually, all I wanted was people to just baseline understand what I'm talking about. That's it. They don't even have to accept it. They just have to understand it. Just be like, yeah, okay, that's weird, but like whatever. And because my standards were so low, I was just excited to share anything with anyone and give and give and give and overgive. But my main focus was I want to live my mission. I want to live my mission. I want to help those who are ready. I want to help those who are ready. So I started to accumulate, helping all of those who were ready for help. But then it was always this one way of helping those who are ready for help. And some of them weren't fully ready, but I was still helping. And it was the overgiving, right? And then your finances get all out of whack because you're focused so much on living your mission. And so, what I want to say about this next sort of financial loop of only asking for financial freedom when you are in survival mode is the only reason why you get into survival mode financially is because you're only focused on one thing, which is your output, your energy, how you can make this world a better place, how you can realign to your purpose, how you can maybe talk to your spirit guides or what have you. So that's all great. It's great to want a spiritual awakening. It's great to align to your mission. It's great to provide value to the planet and help those on their journey. That's all great. But if all you're asking for is to help and to give back, all you're going to be attracting is helping and giving back, which is all just energy output. As simple as it is, you need to be asking for energetic input just as much as you're outputting. That's it. It's really fairly simple. So for me, like as simple as it was like, I will give an hour of my time for a psychic reading. When I first started off, first they were all free and then they were like $40 an hour. I'm like, that's pretty dope, right? And for me, that's my exchange. That's what I need as an energy exchange. That's what feels good for me. So you need to start focusing on what it is financially that you want to bring in. Okay? So what I do, used to do and still do, is a manifestation chart. So the first column is called, what do you want? What is it? What is that thing? And it could be anything. It could be how much money do you want to make this month? It could be wanting a new car. It could be aligning to a high vibrational relationship. It could be attracting a new job opportunity. What's the input? What is the input? I want to eat organic food. I don't know. What is the input? What is your value system? What do you want to receive back? What is it? When do you want it? Sometimes it's, I want it within the next month, and sometimes I want it in divine timing. You can make it really open. And then why? Why do you want to attract this thing? Why do you want it? And the vibe or the why behind it is really, really important. Why do you want financial abundance? I want that input so I can give even more output. Right? And then it just keeps growing and expanding and growing and expanding, or what have you. So I actually do have my manifestation chart on my website. If you want to check it out, I think it's under Explore, and I think it's just called like Manifestation Chart. I actually don't know what it's called. Journal. Maybe Manifestation Journal. But anyway, I have that there. You can make your own. It's super easy to do. And I have an affirmation for you. Okay, and this is going to really help you focus on financial abundance. I am ready to receive financial compensation for my energy work. Remember, we're not talking about healing. We're not talking about being some sort of spiritual guru or teacher. We're not talking about you doing sessions or being a spiritual entrepreneur. Your energy work is just showing up for yourself in the highest possible vibration and knowing that you deserve financial compensation. If that's the compensation you want for your energy output, if it's financial, make it financial. Ask for that. Focus on that. When I first started, I said, okay, universe, I need 3 clients a week consistently to let go of my one part-time job. That happened consistently over a month or 2. All right, universe, I need 7 clients a week consistently to let go of my second part-time job. That's what I needed to do my mission work, to feel compensated, to be able to live in a free way. For me, once again, I am ready to receive financial compensation for my energy work. All we have to do at its simplest level is ask for what we want. We've all been asking for good vibes and freedom and spirit guide connection and the fifth dimension and fucking fantastic, great. How are you paying your bills? Have you been asking for financial freedom in the highest possible vibration? If you're waiting till you're at the bottom of your barrel to ask for financial freedom, you're asking out of survival. You're asking out of desperation. You're asking in a low vibration. So you're only ever going to scrape by. So here's what I recommend for you. 1, ask for exactly what you want. Focus on it. Ask for it. Make it your full-time job to focus on receiving financial abundance and clearing any blocks that you may have thinking that you're unworthy of receiving financial abundance. Make that your full-time job. Put all of your effort and focus into that. Okay? And second is live in a constant state of abundance. And you may be asking the question, well, EA, how do I live in a constant state of abundance if I can barely pay rent and I've got creditors up my ass and I can barely put food in the fridge? How? The easiest way to live in a constant state of abundance is to check your reality. How are you watching this video right now? You have access to the internet. Even if you're sitting at a McDonald's or a Walmart parking lot to get free Wi-Fi to watch this video, kudos to you. You have access to this content and information. This is free education. 20% of the world doesn't have access to the internet, something like that. I don't know what the stat is. Crazy. But you do. Do you have access to a roof over your head? Do you have access to, I don't know, Netflix? Do you have access to water that runs out of your tap? When we start to go bare bones in our life and we start to really appreciate what we have, rather than constantly focusing on what we don't have, we begin to raise our vibration into a state of abundance. When we can live in a constant state of gratitude and abundance, and then we ask for financial compensation because we know that we deserve it, that's when your entire reality shifts. That's when everything comes together for you. And the more you can manifest money out of nowhere, the more you realize that you have access to infinite amounts of abundance all around you all the time. And it doesn't have to be out of an act of desperation or survival. It will be more consistent, more abundant when you align yourself to a state of gratitude for whatever you do have that a lot of the world doesn't. That's it. Align your vibration to abundance and ask for financial compensation. And I promise things will turn around. I know they will because I've done this myself and I've helped many people do this themselves as well. That's it. Focus and vibration, and it will come. And that being said, I feel so grateful and so abundant for all of you. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the commenting. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of the community. You are so needed at this time. This is a crazy time, but I'm glad that we have each other because I feel a lot less crazy. And we get to watch the world burn. And we get to watch the phoenix rise. And we are all here waiting patiently for that phoenix to rise up and recreate the world around us. And it really does start with us. So, once again, thank you. And until next time, I will see all of you in the New Earth frequency. Bye for now.